Welcome to this tutorial on creating an awesome timeline using PowerPoint. In this walkthrough, you will learn how to build a visually appealing timeline that can be used to illustrate important milestones or historical events. Begin by launching PowerPoint on your computer and opening the presentation where you want your timeline to appear. Once your presentation is open and ready for editing, navigate to the Insert tab on the ribbon. This is where many of PowerPoint's useful features reside, including charts and text boxes. Now, locate and click on the Chart option. When the Chart insertion menu appears, select the option labeled XY Scatter Chart. The XY scatter chart is especially suitable for timelines because it allows you to plot years along the horizontal axis with corresponding values on the vertical axis. In this case, you will be using years as your horizontal values. In your newly created chart, enter the years you want to showcase as the values on the x-axis. For the y-axis values, simply input 0 across the data points so that each marker sits along a single horizontal line, giving the clear appearance of a timeline. After entering your data, click OK to confirm your choices and generate the chart. With your chart now visible on the slide, you will notice that it needs some adjustment to truly resemble a timeline. The next step is to resize the chart horizontally. Click on one of the chart's edges and drag it to extend its width, ensuring that the timeline appears more spread out across the slide. This horizontal adjustment is crucial as it provides more space to display each year clearly. To refine your timeline further, focus on removing any decimals from the axis labels. Open the Axis Options panel by selecting the relevant axis. Within this panel, navigate to the section labeled Numbers. Here, locate the category setting and change it to number, then set the decimal value to 0 and uncheck the option for the thousand separator. This will clean up the numerical labels and keep your timeline looking neat. Moving forward, adjust the appearance of the tick marks on the axis. Head to the tick mark section and choose the cross option for both major and minor tick marks. This selection creates clear intersections where your markers will be placed, enhancing the timeline's visual structure. Next, it is time to personalize your timeline markers. Click on the drop-down menu under Chart Options and select Series Y values. Then find the Marker tab and switch to the Fill settings. Choose a color that complements your presentation theme. Feel free to experiment with different hues until you find one that suits your design. After setting a new color, increase the marker size for better visibility. Return to the marker options located just above the fill section and select the built-in option. Increase the size of your markers further, ensuring that they are prominent and easy to see. The final phase of creating your timeline involves adding descriptive text. To do this, go back to the Insert tab and click on the text box option. Place the text box near the corresponding markers on your timeline and type the year along with a brief highlight or description of what that year represents. To further emphasize each piece of information, add a border to the text box. Switch to the Shape Format tab, click on Shape Outline, and select a border color that matches or contrasts effectively with your chosen marker colors. Once this process is complete, repeat the addition of text boxes and borders for every year in your timeline. This careful attention to detail will ensure that your timeline is not only informative but also aesthetically pleasing. Following these steps allows you to create a custom timeline that stands out in any presentation. Enjoy the creative process and make the most of your PowerPoint timeline design.